Ryan. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been an even one to this point. 8-8, the interesting score as we start quarter number 4. Second down now. Dobbins. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. J.K. Dobbins, 59 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown Raiders. CeeDee Lamb, 84 yards. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Ryan. And the Raiders have got him. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Titan Tyrann Mathieu with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Foyesade Oluokun, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Here's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ryan to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Jackson to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Ryan. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.